Picture this. You're Billie Eilish, the queen of moody vibes and Grammy gold, standing on a stage in the heart of New York City, surrounded by some of the richest folks on the planet. The lights are low, the crowd's buzzing, and you've just snagged the Music Innovator Award at this fancy Wall Street Journal magazine shindig at the MoMA. But instead of a thank you speech full of humble brags, you drop a truth bomb that has everyone, from tech moguls to skincare empresses, shifting in their seats. If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties. Mic drop. Laughter erupts, applause follows, but not everyone's clapping. We're talking about a room packed with heavy hitters like Mark Zuckerberg, George Lucas, and yeah, Hailey Bieber, whose Rode beauty line just cashed out for a cool $1 billion. It's the kind of moment that screams Billie, raw, real, and unapologetically calling out the elephant in the room, or in this case the private jets and penthouses. Let's rewind a bit because to get why this hit so hard, you gotta understand where Billie's coming from. At 23, she's already a cultural icon, the girl who turned whispers of anxiety and heartbreak into anthems that millions blast on repeat. Tracks like What Was I Made For? From the Barbie soundtrack didn't just win Oscars. They sparked real conversations about mental health and the pressure on young women to be everything at once. But Billie's not just singing about it, she's living it, and lately her lyrics and interviews have leaned heavy into frustration with inequality. Remember her Birds of a Feather era? That whole album rollout was about connection in a disconnected world, and now here she is, using her platform to bridge the gap between her world and theirs. The event itself was a who's who of innovators, artists, entrepreneurs, and disruptors rubbing elbows under the MoMA's iconic ceilings. It's glamorous, sure, think sleek black tie fits, champagne flutes clinking, and that electric hum of power networking. But Billie flips the script. She steps up to the podium in her signature oversized look, maybe a baggy tee and baggy pants that scream, "I'm here for the message, not the mirror," and lays it out plain. We're in a time right now where the world is really, really bad and really dark. She starts, her voice steady but laced with that signature vulnerability. People need empathy and help more than, ever, especially in our country. It's not preachy, it's personal. Billie's been vocal about her own brushes with burnout, the way fame warps your sense of normal, and how seeing homelessness or climate disasters on the news hits different when you're scrolling TikTok in a tour bus. She's talking to the room, but it's bigger than that. It's a nod to Gen Z's collective exhaustion with performative allyship. And then the zinger, directing it straight at the billionaires in the audience. Zuckerberg, the Facebook overlord with a net worth that could buy entire countries, we're talking $257 billion last I checked, is sitting there. George Lucas, the Star Wars visionary who stacked his empire on intergalactic dreams. And Hailey Bieber, the model-turned-mogul whose glow-up from Bieber wifey to billion-dollar brand boss is straight out of a fairy tale. Billie's not naming names, but the "love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me" line? It's crystal clear. The crowd loses it, laughs ripple through, claps build like a wave. But sources whisper that Zuck? Stone-faced. No applause from the third richest dude alive. It's that awkward tension where privilege meets the spotlight, and suddenly everyone's wondering if the emperor's got no clothes, or at least no charitable receipts. But here's the plot twist that makes this story pop. Billie isn't just talking the talk. Right after her speech, presenter Stephen Colbert, yeah, the late-night legend with the killer deadpan, takes the mic and drops some breaking news that's all heart. Billie's Hit Me Hard and Soft tour? It's not just sold-out stadiums and viral dance challenges, it's a fundraising beast. She's raised over $11.5 million in donations, funneled straight into her Changemaker program. What's that? A powerhouse initiative backing orgs worldwide tackling food insecurity and the climate crisis. Think community gardens and food deserts, reforestation projects in wildfire zones, and tech for sustainable farming. Colbert's voice cracks a little as he announces it. Billie Eilish will be donating proceeds from her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour to support organizations, projects, and voices dedicated to food equity, climate justice, reducing carbon pollution, and combating the climate crisis. That donation, ladies and gentlemen, will be $11.5 million. That's wonderful. Billie, on behalf of humans everywhere, thank you. The room erupts again, this time in genuine awe. It's proof that Billie's not out here virtue signaling, she's wiring the checks. Imagine the ripple effect. That cash could feed thousands, plant forests the size of small towns, or fund solar panels for schools in underserved hoods. In a world where billionaires hoard wealth like it's Pokemon cards, Billie's move is a blueprint for what real impact looks like. And speaking of billionaires, enter Hailey Bieber. If the speech was the spark, this photo op is the glow-up. Post-ceremony, Billie and Hailey link up for a snap that's equal parts iconic and ironic. There they are, arms around each other, grins wide under the event's soft lighting. Hailey, 28, in some effortlessly chic ensemble. Maybe a slip dress that hugs her frame just right, hair in that signature slick-back pony, looks every bit the polished powerhouse. Billie's got that relaxed edge, green hair maybe tousled, eyes sparkling with mischief. It's not shade, it's solidarity. Sources say they hit it off, chatting about everything from beauty routines to the grind of public life. Hailey's no stranger to scrutiny. Married to Justin since 2018, she's weathered the storm of fan theories, fertility rumors, and that endless Yachty versus Selena saga. But her road empire? That's her flex. A clean, minimalist skincare line that sold to ELF for $1 billion, proving she's more than arm candy. Billie's admiration shines through. After all, Hailey's used her platform for good too, advocating for mental health and women's rights. The pic goes viral almost instantly, fans flooding comments with fire emojis, memes about billionaire besties, and debates on whether this softens Billie's edge. But nah, it's deeper. It's Billie showing that critique doesn't mean cancellation, it's an invite to level up. Diving deeper into the why behind Billie's boldness, it's rooted in her ethos. Raised in a creative LA family, Mom Maggie Baird's an actress, Dad Patrick O'Connell a screenwriter, she grew up with art as activism. Her brother Phineas produced her early hits from their bedroom, turning Bad Guy into a global earworm. But success brought shadows, body-shaming trolls, tour exhaustion, even a pivot to oversized clothes as armor. Now, with albums like Happier Than Ever unpacking therapy sessions and toxic fame, Billie's voice carries weight.